Learn about the solution, units of solution. Today we will see the property of solution. Here two type properties are there of solution: intensive properties and extensive properties. What is the meaning of intensive property? Property of solution which do not depends upon the quantity of matter present in it. Like see, suppose my weight is 90 kg, another weight is having 60 kg. Suppose your weight is 60 kg, but body temperature of our body will be 37 point something, and your body temperature will be 37 point something. That means this temperature is the property which do not depends upon the quantity of mass present in the system. Such type properties are intensive properties. Extensive properties are those properties which depends upon the quantity or mass present in the solution or system. Like energy. One vehicle can run 20 kilometers suppose in 1 liter petrol. Another big vehicles can run only 10 kilometers. Second, 1 liter petrol. With the help of 1 liter petrol, our bike can run 60 km. 2 liter petrol, 120 km. That means, what is there in the petrol? Energy. So 2 liter petrol can have more energy as compared to 1 liter. So energy is the extensive properties. Another type of properties of solutions are colligative properties. What is the meaning of colligative properties? Properties of solution which depends upon number of particles present in it. Number of solute particles especially present in the solution. So such type properties are called colligative properties. Here we will study 4 colligative properties: osmotic pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point. These 4 colligative properties we will study of solutions. Out of them, first we will see the osmotic pressure. In osmotic pressure, what is the meaning of osmotic pressure? Suppose 2 solutions are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. This is semi-permeable membrane. This is one solution A and this is one solution B. Both are equally taken. One solution is highly concentrated. Suppose this is the concentrated solution where solute particles are more. This is the semi-permeable membrane which allow to pass only solvent particles which are less in size. So solute here, movement of solvent particles from A to B will be observed. So here level of solution after some times will decrease of A, this one, decrease, and here level of solution will of B will increase. Now we will apply the pressure on solution B, this pressure. Under this pressure, the solvent particle which come into the solution B will again move to solution A. And slowly again original level of solution A will reach and original level of solution B will decrease and these two original. Here how much pressure is applied onto the solution B so that the osmosis process have been stopped. So this pressure is known as osmotic pressure. Means we can define the osmotic pressure, the pressure that applied to the solution can stop the osmosis process. This pressure is known as osmotic pressure. See here. In osmotic pressure is pi. Osmotic pressure symbol is pi. With the help of pi we can explain the osmotic pressure. So here 3 law we have learned. According to Boyle's law, pi is inversely proportional to volume and temperature remain constant. According to 1/2 Charles law, pi is directly proportional to temperature. According to 1/2 Avogadro law, pi is directly proportional to n. So these are the 3 laws. apply for the solution. All three laws, first, second and third, are combined. So we will see pi is directly proportional to n t upon v, or we can say here pi is equal to n r t upon v. R is the constant, and for water value of R is 0.0821 liter ATM per mole. This one R value, or we can say pi v is equal to nRT. This is similar to PV is equal to nRT, ideal gas equation. So with the help of this equation, we can calculate the osmotic pressure of a solution, where pi is the osmotic pressure, n is the number of moles of solute particles, and R is the constant, T is the constant, and V is the volume taken in liter. Temperature should be taken in Kelvin. Or we can say pi is directly proportional to n. When V is equal to 1 liter, temperature and R constant. So at constant temperature, pi is directly proportional to n. N is the number of moles of solute particles. So here we can say that atmospheric pressure is directly proportional to n, means depends upon the number of solute particles. With the help of this equation, we can calculate the molecular mass of non-volatile solute present in the solution. How it can be possible? See here, with the help of this equation. Pi is equal to nRT upon V. Value of n we can put. N is equal to Wv upon Mv. We know Wv is the weight of solute, Mv is the molecular weight of solute. Here we will put the value of n. So pi is equal to Wv upon Mv, Rt upon V. With the help of this equation, molecular mass Mv can be calculated. Mv is equal to Wv Rt upon pi into V. You remember, V is the volume taken in the liter, T is the temperature taken in the Kelvin, R value is constant, pi is osmotic pressure. See one numerical. Suppose 3.42 gram sucrose present in 1 liter solution at 400 Kelvin. What will be pi? Pi means osmotic pressure. You know, pi is equal to Wv Rt upon Mv into V. Sucrose, pi is equal to Wv, weight of solute 3.42, R value 0.0821, temperature 400 Kelvin. Here Mv, sucrose formula C12, S22, O11, and molecular mass will come of 342. Volume is 1 liter. Now you solve and find out that this can be divided by 100 times. 100 years 0.0821 into 4 you can do. 4, 8, 3.2 liter ATM. It will be the pi. In this way you can calculate the pi. So one numerical problems also you have seen. Next day I will explain another 3 properties, qualitative property. With the help of these property, how can be molecular mass of solute can be calculated, we will see. What is given in your book in ISC exercise you can do related to osmotic pressure. Today you do. If any doubt you will have, you can ask me tomorrow.